What's up, guys? This is JTQ9 of A-XMN, bringing you what has been my worst war of the season. It's a good way to start this off and preface it by saying that we all have that one war where, I think I took these fights at like 4 in the morning when I had like a very long day of work. I didn't have time to really prep anything and just, it wasn't pretty. So anyway, we're gonna start with this Penny I-Bomb fight. I had mentioned a couple wars ago that I like this matchup initially because it worked well, and rather than the AA, and I think I needed it in different areas. So yeah, maybe champ selection was a little bad in this particular one, and I-Bomb was not cooperating here at all. So I mean, I was basically buried in my own end for a long time. I didn't want to get kind of acid washed on me, so I was trying to like just be careful not to take kind of any additional damage where I could, but I kept pushing him to for some reason kept pushing him to SP2. I'm still stuck in the corner. At least the one good thing is the Petrify was kind of still healing me, so I wasn't like really at risk of dying in the sense that I can't say that I wasn't at risk of dying considering I pushed him to a bar 3 and I was kind of cornered for the entire 2 minutes. But anyway, I was really happy with the way I salvaged that, but I should have figured that the way that happened, that it just wasn't going to be my war. So this one I was like, you know what? I think Penny could easily do well if I push him. I get the 1 bar or the 1 bar power in terms of the Penny cycle, and then land my SP2, and it should end the fight in the sense that the amount of damage it would do. He was being very stingy with throwing his specials. I was just not comfortable with anything. I was making like dumb mistakes, like they're throwing random heavies. I'm now degenning to death, which is doing majority of the damage. He doesn't power drain when I'm trying to build the Spidey senses. He's obviously power gaining as well with his normal kind of thing, but again, he's being very stingy on the specials, which means I'm degenning a lot, and then he goes to an SP3, and then I just horribly played. So unfortunately, I even had a chance to salvage it there because I had an SP2 that was ready to go, and I don't know, my focus was not there. I was tired. Just poor strategy, and I was like, you know what? I know I'm better than this. I can get in there. Like, let's do this properly. Let's focus and show it how it's supposed to be. So I started with an APB to get my Spidey charges up. Again, knowing that he doesn't power drain on that particular node is tough because then I can't build the adequate kind of charges. But because of the 200% power gain, I believe it is, every time he crosses a bar of power, I get a Spider Sense. So rather than trying to bait the SP2 or the throwing the SP1, and again, like just stupid things like that where I ended up pushing him or taking a hit that removed 5 of my Spider Senses as an auto block, and then I go through the SP2 and it doesn't have much damage because I was only at 5 or 6. So anyways, that fight went better in the sense that how it should have gone in the first place. And in hindsight, next time I'll throw an Invul boost on and probably just build to an SP2, and by that point he'll likely be at 5, 6, or let's say even 8 charges at that point. So this Sam fight was penny proof in my eyes. I told you usually lanes like are tough, but I can't throw specials, or at least I didn't think I could throw specials into this. So I was like, you know what, who's a good combo, a good counter here? I thought Claire was going to be, and honestly I had this fight in pretty good shape. Very good control, just baiting the SP1s out, throwing the special 2s when he doesn't have the armor up to prevent, the buffs from gaining buffs. And then I don't know what happened. Like I had like a mental block, or decided, okay, why did I throw a heavy there instead of just, going in with normal combo to build up my power to then be able to throw the SP2 quick before the armor comes back. But now that the armor's there, if I throw it, he's going to gain... because I can't nullify it right now, I have no charges, and if I throw the SP2, he's just going to auto block me and punish me to the face, where in hindsight that might have been better because now I'm not doing very much damage. He's getting close to an SP3. And the final mistake I made right there was throwing the SP3. I should have just waited because he was then too close to his SP3 that allowed him to basically kill me at this point, despite having, I think I had a 33 or 25 SP3 protection, plus I had 20, and then he just took me out. So, not often have I died. Well, not often do I die, period. But not often do I die in Tier 2, Lane 7. And, again, just with stupid mistakes, it just led to... Anyway, I was just furious. I had to wait a couple days before recording it because it just wrecks your confidence, and just nothing was going right in this particular war. I mean, I had taken it, like I said, the fight's really, really late in the morning, which I regret doing, but I can't take them early in the I can't take them in the morning when I wake up because my kids are around, and it doesn't work. But anyway, in this case here, Penny I thought would have been a good counter, again, because it doesn't trigger kinetic transference as much. But I found well, the heal block only kicks in basically every time they cross a bar of power, so there is some healing that happens, but the damage is not very good for memory. I forget why, but I was like, what's going on? Like, he's regenning, he's gaining a lot of health, I'm barely taking any damage. Like, I've done, what, 13% damage in close to a minute, so I was starting to kind of freak out in the sense that it wouldn't work, and I was worried that if I'd thrown the SP2 because of the global node, that he's regenerating a ton there, that he was going to just regen off the incinerate. So I didn't end up testing it until I think the very end, which I guess was a mistake. I should have built to that and gone, but because of that, I was just kind of power burning him and building my spider charges like crazy, trying to bait out the specials. So at this point, I'm feeling a little more comfortable. I mean, it's still a minute and a half into the fight. He's at 66%. So, not the ideal situation. Obviously, I'd like to not have to deal with that. And that's where, because I was pushed past 2 bars of power, I was lucky that the SP2 ended up working and killing him in the end. So at least now I know for next time that Penny is definitely a viable option, just doing the standard things. And unfortunately with this one, the 88 death is not... It's not a true... God, what am I trying to say? What the result actually was. Like, at one point, we were just throwing champs at boss because we had like 20 minutes to get down the last kind of boss island, and we were just kind of throwing champs on single revives and stuff like that because we didn't necessarily want to boost and stuff. So 88 could have been much closer, but in the end, we ended up losing. So we're still 4-2 in the season, still have the T2 multiplier, which is nice, and sitting, I think, in kind of mid P2, kind of close, higher up, maybe top 10. So again, P1 could be an option, and we'll see what happens. So thank you all for stopping in, and hope to God my next war will be significantly better than this one. So see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.